Hello and welcome back to my channel, Cozy Gamer Jessa. I'm Jessa, and in today's video we are going to be decorating Teddy's yard. As you can see, his house is the little log cabin over there, and we have quite a bit of space to put plenty of decorations for his yard. So the first thing I'm going to do is start the Island Designer app to do some construction, because behind his house are some cliffs and I wanted to put some waterscaping because this area of my island is going to have a lot of waterfalls and like rivers and stuff. Mainly because I have Joey and I have Molly's house in the background, and they're both ducks. So I imagine their house would be like have a lot of waterfalls and have the little river running through it because ducks like water, I assume. So that is the thought process behind that. So I'm adding some waterscaping up here to make some waterfalls that go into the little river right there. And I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna expand it a little bit right here just so it's like wider. And then I'm gonna put some custom path down, just these little floral greenery bits. And if you're interested in these codes, I do have them linked down below on my Pinterest, along with all my other paths that I've been using for the rest of my island. And I'm gonna put my little bunny decoration, of course, and I have this mushroom item which looks pretty cool up there. I like the height difference. And I'm going to put some codes over here just to fill in the area just a tad bit. I will be adding flowers in a little bit, like the green mums. So I've been really just using yellow, white, and orange and green flowers. So that's been kind of the theme of my island. So the main motivation for Teddy's yard is I originally wanted Grizzly on my island, as some of you might know, and if you don't, that's okay. Well, Grizzly, he kind of looks like a lumberjack, so I wanted to put his house like close to the mushroom forest, which is like just down below past Deidre's house. Well, anyways, I ended up not getting Grizzly, and I couldn't do the build because he, decided not to come on our island after 194 tickets, and we got Teddy in another villager hunt, and I ended up moving Teddy's house right here, and we're gonna make his house into the lumberjack theme. So right now I'm adding this dirt path right here, and I'm gonna put some bikes on top of it, so it looks like this is like where you would stop and like drop your bike off, and then you would go to the forest or like explore this area. So I have a couple of different bikes. I have the cruiser bike, mountain bike, and then I have another type of bike, the mountain bike. And I thought these looked pretty cute, and I did this similar idea on my other island. It was a little bit different and a lot more bikes, but I think it's a cute idea just to have some bikes laying around. But really, this is just like a filler area in between the two different areas, the mushroom forest and then Teddy's little yard. But I do have some custom stalls and some like woodworking materials that I'm going to make look like it's a lumberjack like market, I guess, or like a stall where he's selling stuff. So I am using quite a bit of vines for decoration, and they're also for like to be practical, like I can get up these hills or these cliffs like wherever I am, because I'm trying to make it easier to get around my island because it was kind of hard to walk around. So I've been trying to limit the amount of like items I have and having more access to the cliffs in general. And I'm gonna be periodically putting down flowers and bushes as I get them, and I'm have this code with the little logs like on the border of the dirt, And this is where I'm gonna put his little stall right in front of his house. And I got this new custom code that is like a log wall, and I applied it to some custom panels, and they look pretty cool. This is them, these simple panels, and it looks like a bunch of like firewood stacked up, and I thought that was perfect for his stall to be right behind it. So like if you're like camping on my island pretending and you needed some firewood, you would definitely come to Teddy's house. Or if you wanted some like handcrafted wood items like the owl clock, you could get them here. I'm gonna put down a little shed, and here is the custom stall, which I thought was pretty adorable. And we have a barrel, and then we have some firewood, which is perfect because this is where you would get the firewood. And put a little bounty tree. I have a wooden toolbox to go with all the wood items, so that's what he uses to carve all the wood items. And I'm just gonna put this little baby bear here, pretending that he's running the stall. I don't know, maybe he's Teddy's little cousin or something, running the stall for him. All make-believe, right? And I have some more code that I'm pretty much gonna cover the rest of the area with, because I have some other plans for this area. So I'm gonna be using this code all the way to like my little custom shed over there, and then we'll connect it when we start decorating in that area. So this one is kind of hard to work with because it is a little pointy, I guess, this path, but I think in the end it does come out pretty good, and I do like using this path, and I think it looks especially good with Teddy's house and like his theme, like the lumberjack stall theme, I guess. And I haven't really gotten an opportunity to use this path a lot. I've been pretty much using the brick path or my other dirt path, so it's kind of nice to be using a little, like not a different path, but using one that I haven't used a lot on my island yet. And I like how there's a couple different variants for the like centerpieces. Like they have the logs and then like the smaller little logs. So the path is a little squiggly over there, but I think it'll look fine once I add more bushes and flowers to it and a little more decorations. I don't think it'll look bad or like stand out in any way. Right now I'm adding some more flowers and some bushes that I had already fully grown. So I do have quite a bit of white flowers, so I am using some of those up because I am trying to clean off my beach because my beach is covered in flowers right now, and pretty soon I'm gonna have to decorate my beach, so I'm trying to push these flowers out, I guess. So I'm gonna place a little more firewood over here, and I have some custom log chairs that I want to use for like the center of his yard. And I also have a honeybee model, which I thought was fitting because he's like a bear, and bears love honey and honeybee. Anyways, here is a little like fire cooking area, and these are the custom log chairs that I was talking about. The pillows are custom code, and I think those look pretty cute, and it's not super crowded. You could still run through this area, which was my goal because I know some areas of my island it's very hard to run through. So this is a good improvement, I think. A good happy medium of adding items. And I'm just going to cut down this tree right here so we have a little stump. I know you can't really see it, but when you have stumps on your island, you can attract bugs. And I am trying to collect bugs. So that is one reason I have this stump. But another one is because, you know, we can pretend that Teddy cut down the tree because he's a lumberjack. And I'm going to place some flowers on these cliffs because if I don't do it now, I will forget and I really need to work on like doing the cliffs and the surrounding areas of my builds. So that is what I'm doing because I don't want to leave them bare. I know in my entrance I still have cliffs that I need to decorate, and that was like my first build on this island, and I'm gonna have to go back and decorate all of those. So that is what I'm doing now. I am decorating this cliff right here that's right behind the Able Sisters store, and it's right next to Teddy's house. So I'm gonna fill it in with some flowers, some custom code. I have a couple items that I can place down. Like I have a common butterfly model. Once I figure out the sweet spot to place it down. And I love using the bug models because there's already a lot of bugs on my island because of the amount of flowers. But I also love adding the fake bug models because I just like looking at them, I guess, honestly. And I think they're super cute. So I have quite a few already in my storage. So I'm going to be using quite a few of them in the next builds to come just to use them up. And I'm just going to place a couple flowers up here, some glow moss, very simple decorating tactic right here, and pretty much my go-to for cliffs. I think the only thing else to add is maybe some code. And moving back down here, I have a couple finishing touches. Of course, I'm adding another bunny. And now we can do a tour of the area. So let's go see how it looks all completed. So this is the little bike area that we made, which is pretty cute. Drop your bike off and maybe you want to go hang out at Teddy's house, buy some firewood. We can pretend that he built the birdhouse. This is the cute little stall. We have Bear running it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you good inspiration for your island. I hope you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much for making it to the end. You are amazing. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.